Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Sunday Night International Market Report in Review, Week in Review. I'm Don Oshman, publisher and chief editor of HideNet.com Publications. In Europe this week, preparation for holiday closings were the headlines because they're going to shut down in a week or two for their annual vacations. And there's not much activity going on at all, except in the automotive and the luxury goods sector, which continues to be very busy. Prices are very high in the raw material going into that because it's a tremendous demand outside of Europe in the automotive case, and even outside of Europe in the luxury goods case, because the European GNP or GDP was down at a negative figure so far this year. So exports are terrific out of that sector in automotive and in luxury goods. Upholstery, okay. Footwear, not okay. It's also the time of year where slaughter is low, so prices are very high at the abattoir level, and shoe leather tanners, shoe upper leather tanners are very, very stressed. The headline out of Europe this week is that COTANS, the Association of Tanners in Europe and the EU, has petitioned the EU government to restrict or put an embargo on hides being exported, saying there's not enough hides being available for European tanners. And Europe's pretty good at doing things like that, in my candid opinion. In America this week, it was kind of quiet, kind of slow, and towards Thursday and Friday, things picked up. Steers fell about $1. Not all steers. The most prodigious steers, Texas and branded steers, fell $1, while butt branded steers and heavy native steers basically held their own. The cow market was mixed with dairy cows and heavy native cows. Firmish, in fact, some dairy cows advanced a little bit, but branded cows had a tough time selling at steady prices. Our report also talks about cow slaughter this year compared to last year, about U.S. live cattle imports from Mexico and from Canada. A very interesting comment about the glut of wet blue. Is there really a glut? Read our report and find out. And sales exceeded slaughter and shipments, but if you average between the holiday week and this week, it wasn't so great. Also, we talk about cattle placements, which are down 3 to 5%. Our forecast, tune in and read our reports and find out. But we think this current trend is ongoing. Our This Week in Leather issue, we talk about India, they're very, very optimistic about the leather industry, about the growth in that sector. We talk about Vietnamese leather exports, which are excellent. Global footwear production is slowing. We have an article on that. And we talk about how China, in fighting pollution, may curb sales of new cars. And that would not be great in a country that produces 20 million cars a year and is growing exponentially. Latin America, our Latin America report talks about that exports were so large in the dollar value in the first half of the year, it became a factor in the GDP of the whole country. But footwear exports were down in June. The Francal show, Francal, in Novo Hamburgo, I think it was disappointing. Attendance was less, exhibitors were less. The future of that show could become unquestionable. Most important, TR1 is still being traded at $1.55, but with increasing difficulty as Asian demand has slowed and affected that market as well as other markets. That's it for today, which is the 21st, I believe, Sunday the 21st of July. Thanks for watching, and if you really want to know what's going on, if you want to be up on every single scintilla of information that can help your business, sign up for a free trial of www.hidenet.com and see for yourself why the world's leading tanners rely on HideNet.com. You should too. Thanks for watching.